reparations is not a nicety. It's not something nice to have for black folk. It is now an absolute necessity. If you do not get reparations soon, black folk, as I told you before, are through. Reparation is not a nicety, it's a necessity. What are the conditions? What are the conditions that precipitated black folk getting into this dilemma? And what black labor, white wealth did, it tracked 800 years of history in very systematic terms to show you every strategy, every technique, every law, every public custom, and every public policy that was used to enslave black folk around the world and to maldistribute almost 100% of all this nation's wealth, power, resource, privileges, businesses, and controls of all levels of government into the hands of the dominant white society. And what slavery and Jim Crow segregation did with black folk, it intentionally maldistributed all the resources away from black folk and created a real-life monopoly game. Black folk in America are playing in a real-life monopoly game that you're totally ill-prepared to play and win.
Man, peace, love, and reparations. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy, Black Star. Family, come in and hit that subscribe button, the like button. I hope y'all had a good week, man. Listen, if you stayed up last night and watched this debate, I'm going to tell you right now, this was the worst debate I've ever seen in my life. It's probably definitely the worst one I've heard in my life. And that this is including niggas in jail debating over dumb shit. Yeah, I think I would have rather went back to the penitentiary and listened to niggas than to listen to this BS I heard last night. And I only really listened to it, family, just so I can hear them talk about what they doing for black folks and what they haven't been doing or whatever. And that, man, that was a whole mess. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting, hitting the Cash App. I appreciate it. Nothing but love and respect. You know, as you know, if you could look on my shorts, man, somebody done went on an airbag heist out here where I'm at, man. Niggas broken everybody's windows, stealing airbags. I'm like, yo, but I came outside like, yo, who the hell just bust my window open and didn't steal nothing in my car? I had money. I had all type of shit in my car. I'm like, yo, I actually left my wallet in the middle of my console. Nothing was gone. I'm like, until I realized this. The airbag was missing. I can't even start my car, bro. That was the craziest, most random shit ever. But it is what it is, man. You know, shout out to everybody that was looking out. But yeah, this freaking debate was ill. And I'm gonna play the part where they talked about the black folks. So we can, and I put a poll, I believe I put a poll. I don't know if I put it up on YouTube or Facebook, but I put a poll up and I said, man, if you are black, do you still feel like with either one of these candidates, do you still feel as though we are going to get anything from anybody? Based off what I heard, man, listen, I'm good on either one of these dudes. And the Democrats is crazy because Joe Biden was up here looking crazy. This is a still shot of the video because they're going to make sure I can't get my little coins if I play the video regular. But yo, listen to this.
Consistent challenges you both faced in your first terms and you'd certainly face again in a second term. President Biden, while black unemployment dropped to a record low under your presidency, black families still earned far less than white families. Black mothers are still 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes, and black Americans are imprisoned at 5 times the rate of white Americans. What do you say to black voters who are disappointed that you haven't made more progress?
They acknowledge they made a lot of progress, number one. The fact of the matter is there's more small black businesses that have been started than any time in history. Number two, the wages of black unemployment is the lowest level it's been in a long, long time. Number three, we're providing housing for black Americans and dealing with the segregation that exists among these corporations that collude to keep people out of their houses. And in addition to that, we find that the impact on the choice that black families have to make relative to child care is incredibly difficult. When we did the first major piece of legislation in the past, I was able to reduce black child care costs. I cut them in half. We got to make sure we provide for child care costs. We got to make sure, because when you provide those child care protections, you increase economic growth because more people can be in the job market. So there's more to be done, considerably more to be done. But we've done a great deal so far, and I'm not letting up, and they know it.
You have 49 seconds left. What do you say to black voters who are disappointed with the progress so far?
I say I don't blame them for being disappointed. Inflation is still hurting them badly. For example, I provided for the idea that any black family, first-time home buyer, should get a $10,000 tax credit to be able to buy their first home so they can get started. I made sure that we're in a situation where all those black families and those black individuals who had to take out student loans that were ballooning, that if they were engaged in nursing, doctor, and anything having to do with volunteerism, if they paid their bills for 10 years on their student debt, all the rest is forgiven after 10 years. Millions have benefited from that. And we're going to do a whole lot more for black families.
Thank you. President Trump?
And he caused the inflation. He's blaming inflation, and he's right. It's been very bad. He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New scam and all this money that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Family, if you can listen to that and still come out and vote, you are the problem of why we don't get tangibles. Yes, because these niggas said a whole bunch of nothing. First of all, I'm going to start off on Trump because he ended, and that's pretty much the last thing I was remembering right now. Right? Listen, Trump just said some straight bullshit at the end. He said immigration, letting these people over the borders, is slowing down, is stopping black people from getting jobs. That's true. Then he said stopping Hispanics from getting jobs. Nigga, hold on. Did you just say they stopping them from getting jobs? So the Spanish people that are coming over here are stopping other Spanish people from getting jobs. Nigga. See, I feel like they so used to bringing in other people when they're talking about us that he just slipped up and brung in Spanish people when talking about immigration, when those are the people who are immigrating here. So again, but you notice he had nothing to say about his struggle with the black community while he was in office, because you notice that was the first thing she said to both of them, that y'all struggled with this in both of y'all first terms. Biden said that there has been a record number of black businesses started. Nigga, so what? These businesses get no funding. What the hell is that? The lowest job unemployment, that's BS, because you got the highest amount of immigrants here ever in history. And when the immigrants flood here, that's less jobs for us, just like Trump said. So how you have the most immigrants in the nation's history and also have the highest unemployment rate for black people? It doesn't add up. Nope, that doesn't even make sense. And again, it was hard to even understand Biden mumbling. He was like mumbling and shit. Nigga talk about house tax, $10,000 tax credit. Like, nigga, you can't even get the loan to get the crib in the first place. Talk about a tax credit once you get the house. Nigga. Yo, this is craziness. Family, if you are voting in 2024, it ain't nothing to vote for. The Democrats they're done. They got this dude out here. Yo, I swear to God, I don't even know how he lasted without passing out. I don't know how he lasted standing on his feet the whole time. This dude is completely unstable to be the president of the United States. This nigga's unstable to work at fucking McDonald's. If this nigga worked at McDonald's, they'd be like, yo, fam, you gotta like retire. Like, you in the way. I'm being dead serious. Think about this real quick, family. If President Biden was at a regular job, they would probably make that man retire early. Like, yo, fam, go sit in the nursing home, man. You know what I mean? You put your work in, man. Like, seriously, what makes us think that this man is running anything? He's not. He's a puppet. And this is a whole fucking play. Simple fact that the Democrats can only use Biden as the guy to run. All these other Democrats, this is the person that y'all want to run. I understand that he's president right now and he just has to, but no, he's not fit. So your average person would say, yo, look, our main voter base isn't supporting this guy. He's senile as hell. The nigga can barely stand on his own 2 feet. He needs help getting walked away from the podium. Yo, you know what? This might be a good idea and a good opportunity to bring somebody young and vibrant in so they can galvanize some of the people and get some of the votes. Even though if you not giving up reparations, we ain't coming with none of you. We're not voting for none of your people. But it's just the fact that you don't even want to try it. You rather sit this old fart up here, barely understanding anything he says. This nigga's tripping and falling over everything. You rather push this man to the people as a choice instead of all the other candidates you have to run for president. And I'm going to tell you right now, Joe Biden is done. With all that shit that Trump got going on, Joe Biden is done. And if it even looks remotely close, that's only because the judicial system, that's rigged too. But the only reason Biden is even close is because it would be rigged. It would be absolutely rigged. All right, family, listen, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Peace, love, and reparations. But again, if you are voting in 2024, just remember, family, you are the problem. Hit that Cash App, and shout out to everybody that hit that Cash App before. Peace, love, and reparations. I'm up out of here, family. So.